بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى أهله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. The consensus of the Salaf from among the companions of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the prohibition of reviling the rulers, be they righteous or sinful, a refutation of the khawarij. Attacking the honor of the rulers Umara and occupying oneself with reviling them and mentioning their shortcomings is a very big mistake and a repugnant sin. The preferred revelation has forbidden it and has censured the one who does so. It is also the steering point of rebellion, that is, by which such rebellion is initiated and developed, and taking arms against the rulers and this rebellion. And this rebellion, it is the basis of the corruption of both the religion and the world. It's also known that the ways and means wasail have the same rulings as the ends to which they lead, maqasid. Therefore, every text regarding the prohibition of rebellion against the rulers and the censuring of those who do so is an evidence for the prohibition of reviling and abusing the rulers, and also an evidence for the reprimand of the one who does so. It is established on the two Sahih from hadith of Abu Hurairah that the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever believes in Allah and the last related to him is either speak good or keep silent. And likewise in the two Sahih from Abu Musa al-Ashari, who said, the Messenger of Allah, which part of Islam is the most excellent? He replied, it is he from whose hand and tongue the Muslims are safe. The prohibition of reviling the rulers Umara has been reported, more specifically on account of the kindling of the fire of revolution and the opening of the doors of evil upon the Ummah that it contains. Ziyad ibn Husayb al-Adawi said, I was with Abu Bakr beneath the mimbar pulpit of Ibn Amir. He was giving a speech and was wearing a faint garment. So Bilal said, look at our Amir wearing the garment of the disobedient. Then Abu Bakr said, be silent. I had the Messenger of Allah say, whoever demeans the Sultan, ruler of Allah upon the earth, Allah will humiliate him. Anas bin Malik said, the senior among us, the companions of Allah's Messenger forbid us, saying, not revile your rulers, Umara, nor act dishonesty with him, nor hate them, and have taqwa of Allah, and be patient. For very the matter is close at hand. It is a chain of narration. Is jade good, and all of it are precise, reliable and trustworthy. Yahya ibn Yaman said, Sufyan related to us from Qais ibn Wahb from Anas bin Malik that he said, the most senior of the companions of Messenger of Allah sallallahu used to forbid us from abusing and reviling the rulers Umara. Anas bin Malik said, the most senior among us from among the companions of Allah sallallahu forbid us that we should not revile our rulers Umara, nor to be dishonest with them, nor to disobey them, but to have patience and to have taqwa of Allah, the mighty and majestic, for verily the matter is close at hand. And likewise, Al-Bayhaqi also mentioned this narration with the wording, the most senior among us from among the companions of Allah's Messenger ﷺ commanded us not to revile our rulers, and it is a chain of narration is jade good. Therefore, in this narration is the unanimous agreement of the most senior of the companions of Allah's Messenger ﷺ upon the prohibition of attacking the honor of the rulers by reviling and abusing them, and this prohibition from them radiallahu anhum is not a magnificence of the rulers, but rather it is a due to the greatness of the responsibility which they have been entrusted with by the Sharia, and which cannot be established and maintained in their desired manner in the presence of their being reviled and their honor being attacked. And also because reviling them leads to the absence of obedience to them in that which is good, and it leads to the arousing of bitterness and malice of the hearts of their general folk against them, and this opens the way for confusion and strife, which does not bring anything to the people except far-reaching evil, since the end result of reviling them is rebellion and taking up arms against them to fight them. This is the greatest catastrophe and the mightiest affliction. It is then imaginable, after pursuing over and considering that this clear prohibition of reviling at the rulers, that a Muslim in whose heart Iman has settled, and who has honored the symbols of Allah, embarks boldly upon this crime or remain silent regarding this evil, we can never think and conceive of this for a Muslim, and we can never imagine that it should occur from him. And this is because the text of the Sharia and what the companions of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu were upon have a greater portion in his heart than mere omissions and sentiments and agitation and excitation, which in reality are but satanic suggestion and innovatory ejaculations. None submit to them except the people of desires, those in whose hearts there is no value for the text of the book and the Sunnah. Rather, the tongue of their disposition says, in this topic the text of the book and the Sunnah have fallen short, that is missed something. كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم يقول لا كذبا. Might is the word that comes from their mouths. They utter nothing but a lie. Ibn Shayba radiallahu anhu said, Ibn Uyayna related to us from Ibrahim ibn Maisa from Taus, who said, the rulers who are mentioned in the presence of Ibn Abbas, and a man amongst them began to censure them. He continued to arrogate himself, standing and stretching out his neck in doing this until I did not see in the house, that is the haram, a man taller than him. Then I heard Ibn Abbas say, do not make yourself a trap for wrongdoing people. Then the man constricted himself, and I did not see in the house a man shorter than him. Ibn Abdul Barr reported with his isnad from Abu Darda radiallahu anhu that he said, verily the first appearance of the hypocrisy of a man is his censure and rebuke of his ruler, Iman. Ibn Abi Asim reported from Abul Yaman al-Hawzani from Abu Darda radiallahu anhu that he said, beware of casting the rulers fulat, for verily casting them is clipping, that is of the religion, and hitting them is bias. It was said, O Abu Darda, then how should we behave when we see in them that which we do not like? He said, have patience, for verily when Allah sees that from you, He will take them away from you with death. All of his narrators are thiqat, precious, reliable, and trustworthy, save Abu Yaman al-Hawzani, whose name is Amir ibn Abdullah ibn Luhay al-Hawzani al-Himsi. Ibn Hibban included him in his al-Thiqat, and al-Hafid ibn al-Hajar said about him, Maqul, that is, his reports are acceptable. Ibn Zanjuya has also reported this narration in Kitab al-Amwal with the same chain of narration. Abu Nuaym reports, as does Ibn Abi Dunya from Zaida ibn Qudama, who said, I heard Mansur ibn al-Mutammir, when I'm fasting, can I reveal the ruler sultan? He said, no. I then said, then I can reveal the people of desires, that the innovators. He said, yes. Ibn Abdullah reports from Abu Ishaq Sabi that he said, never do a people reveal their ruler Amir, except that they are prevented from his goodness. Hana reported Abda narrated to us from Az-Zabrqan, who said, I was with Abu Awail, Shakik ibn Salama, and I began to reveal al-Hajjaj and mention his fault and bad deeds. He, Abu Awail, said, not to reveal him, and what will inform you that perhaps he says, Oh Allah, forgive me, so he forgives him. Ibn Zanjuya reports from Abu Idris al-Khawlaniya that he said, beware of censoring and rebuking the rulers. Aimma, for verily rebuking them is clipping, that is the clipping of the deen, not clipping of the hair. Verily the ta'anin, those who rebuke and revile, they are the losers, and they are the most evil of the evil ones. Ibn al-Jawzi reported that when Khalid ibn Abdullah al-Tustari addressed the people on the day he was appointed the governor of Makkah, he said, by Allah, no one is brought to me who casts his ruler imam, except that I will beat him in the haram. And in Tahriq al-Kabir of Imam al-Bukhari, who reports from Abu Jamra ad-Dubai, who said, when news of the burning of the house reached me, I felt for Makkah and visited Ibn Abbas there frequently until he recognized me and was amicable to me. Then I revealed al-Hajjaj in the presence of Ibn Abbas, and he said, do not be a helper to Shaitan. Ibn Sa'id reports Abdullah ibn Idris informed us from Muhammad ibn Abu Ayyub from Hilal ibn Abu Muhammad that he said, I heard Abdullah ibn Quaym say, I will never ever help in the blood of Al-Khilaf after Uthman. It was said to him, O Abu Ma'bad, did you help in bringing about the shedding of his blood? So he said, verily I consider mentioning of his fault, I should come to have been of help in the shedding of his blood. Therefore, in all of these narrations, and whatever else has come with their meaning, is a clear evidence and strong proof for the severe prohibition of firm forbiddance or varying the rulers, and mentioning or particularizing their faults and shortcomings. Therefore, let the Muslims stop where the people, that is the companions, stop, since they are the best of people due to the testimony of the chief of all humanity, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They stopped where they stopped out of knowledge, and with penetrative insight did they hold back and restrain themselves. Whoever is below that, then is negligent, and whoever is above them, when he is one who causes grief. And whoever opposes this Salafi manhaj and follows his desires, and then there is no doubt that his heart is filled with rancor, and hatred. Since revealment and verification begets giving advice to the rulers, it has been established from the Prophet ﷺ that he said, there are three things towards which the heart of a Muslim never shows hatred or rancor: making one's actions sincerely for the sake of Allah, giving obedience to the rulers, ulatul umur, and sticking to their group, Jama'ah, over the supplication of compassion to those who are behind them, that is, those whom they rule over. And whoever thinks that attacking the rulers by reviling them and finding fault with them is from the Sharia of Allah the Exalted, or that it is constitutes repelling the evil and other such things, then he has gone astray and has said upon Allah and upon Sharia other than the truth. Rather, he is a supporter of the requirement of the book and the Sunnah, and whatever the narrations from the Salaf of the Ummah have spoken of. It's obligated upon the one who comes across this clear and plain text that he prevent everyone whom he hires reviling and attacking those assigned with the rule, spend the reward from Allah, and giving advice to the general people. And this is the action of the people of knowledge and religion. They restrain their tongues from attacking the rulers, and they order the people with restraining from attacking them by reviling and abusing them. And this is because the knowledge which they carry has directed them to this and has guided them to it. And as for advising the rulers of the Muslim, then this manner and procedure is well known to the lowest student of knowledge, let alone being firmly established with the leading scholars of the Ummah. Iyad ibn Uwam reported that the Messenger of Allah said, whoever desires to advise the one with authority, then he should not to do so openly. Rather, he should take him by the hand and take him into seclusion, and then advise him. And if he accepts from him the advice, then he has achieved his objective. And if not, then he has fulfilled that which was a duty upon him. And in accordance with this hadith, there are many sayings of the Salaf as well as their actions, which are in agreement with it. Imam Ash-Shawkani said it is desirable for the one to whom a mistake of the leader Imam appears in certain matters that he advises him, but does not openly rebuke him in front of all the people to see. Rather, they should be as been reported in the hadith, that they should take him by the hand, should take him into seclusion, and should offer him the advice, and he should not humiliate the Sultan of Allah. And we have already said in the beginning of the book of the Siyar that it is not permissible to revolt against the leaders, even if they reach excessive levels of oppression, as long as they establish the prayer and no manifest and clear disbelief appears from them. And the hadith that have been reported with this meaning are muwatir. However, it is necessary for the follower that he follows the leader Iman and in obedience to Allah, and he disobeys him in what entails disobedience to Allah. However, there is no the obedience to the creation in disobedience to Allah. Sheikh Saleh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah they said, when affirming that offering advice to the rulers is something that is done in secret and not openly, and he quoted some evidence for that. And amongst them was this hadith. He said, so when speaking about the king by backbiting, giving him advice in the open and publicizing his fault, when that is a bad formulation of him, that humiliation for which Allah has written the one who does it with humiliation and debasement, then there is no doubt that it is obligated to carefully observe what we have mentioned, that they should desire to give advice in secret and other such things. This being for the ones who are capable of advertising them from among the scholars, those who visit them and mix with them, and by whose advice they find benefit, as opposed to those besides the scholars, up until he said, for openly opposing the ruler sultan in which is not from the necessity of the religion, and rejecting that openly in the gatherings in the mosque and in the ranks and other places of admission and other such things, then that is not advice at all. So do not be deceived by the one who does that, even if it is with good intention. But verily that is an opposition to what the Salafus Saleh, those who are to be followed, were upon, and your guidance is in Allah's control. And this is an affair in which there is a luminous agreement between those firmly rooted in knowledge and guidance from amongst the leading scholars of the Salaf of the Ummah, as already presented, and from Allah is all aid is sought.